Namaste, welcome to session 13 of the Sundarakandam learning series. We are on Sarga 1, Shloka 99. So today as we begin to learn the new Shloka, let us pray on the auspicious occasion of Akshaya Tritiya that all know Akshaya Tritiya is the festival where things grow in multiplier effect. So let our bhakti to Lord Rama and Hanuman grow in multiplier effect with every shloka that we are learning today. With that attitude and that humility, let us learn to chant the shlokas for today. चामीकर महानाभ चामीकर महानाभ देवगन्धर्व सेविता देवगन्धर्व सेविता हनुमान् त्वयि विश्रान्तः हनुमान् त्वयि विश्रान्तस्ततः हनुमान् त्वयि विश्रान्तस्ततः शेषं गमिष्यति line by line चामीकर महानाभ देवगन्धर्व सेविता हनुमान् चामीकर महानाभ देवगन्धर्व सेविता हनुमान् त्वयि विश्रान्तस्ततः शेषं गमिष्यति हनुमान् त्वयि विश्रान्तस्ततः शेषं गमिष्यति together चामीकर महानाभ देवगन्धर्व सेविता हनुमान् त्वयि विश्रान्तस्ततः शेषं गमिष्यति once more चामीकर महानाभ देवगन्धर्व सेविता हनुमान् त्वयि विश्रान्तस्ततः शेषं गमिष्यति. Now, before we proceed to the meaning, let's summarize. Till here, Sagara Raja, out of a great sense of responsibility to discharge his obligation to the Ikshvaku Kula, because of one of the ancestors of Lord Rama, namely King Sagara, the oceans were extended, and therefore Sagara Raja felt a great sense of responsibility towards helping Rama's Sachiva. So he said, let me help him by offering him a place to stay. For that purpose, he roused Mainaka from where he was serving as the barrier to Patalaloka, ordered by Indra after he was placed in the ocean by Vayu Bhagavan when Indra threatened to cut off his wings. So Indra knew his existence there and told him, from now at least do something useful in the ocean. Go serve as a barrier to Patalaloka. Mainaka is capable of growing upward, sideways, diagonally, in all ways. So Sagara Raja told Mainaka, get up and provide a place to rest. Even you have to give a place to rest to Hanuman. Even you owe him a debt. So do this. So now how is he talking to Mainaka? Let us see. These are all the dialogues where Sagara Raja is talking to Mainaka. So Chamikara Mahanabha. Chamikara means one with golden peaks. Mahanabha means one with very large peaks which touch the sky. Tall peaks. Okay. Deva Gandharva Sevita. Oh, one who is worshipped by the Devas and the Gandharvas. Hanuman Tvai. So this is an adjective. This is an epithet for Mainaka. One who is worshipped by Devas and Gandharvas is an epithet for Mainaka. Hanuman Tvai Vishrantaha. Hanuman, in you, may he take rest. Vishrantaha means one who should take rest. So may Hanuman take rest in you. Tataha Shesham Gamishyati. Then well rested, Hanuman will then move forward, will then cross the remainder of the ocean. Shesham, remainder. Remainder of what? Remainder of the ocean. So Tataha, thereafter, Shesham, remainder of the ocean, Gamishyati, he will cross. Okay, so the meaning, net meaning, the total meaning is, O Mainaka, the one with golden peaks, the one who is worshipped by Devas and Gandharvas, rise up, give rest to Hanuman. When Hanuman, who is well rested in your peaks, will then cross over the remainder of the ocean. That is the meaning. Okay, the rest of the shlokas follow a similar track up to Mainaka's response. So thereafter we will be going a little, hereafter we will be going a little faster. काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च काकुत्स्थस्य काकुत्स्थस्य काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च मैथिल्याश्च विपासनम् मैथिल्याश्च विपासनम् once more first line I'll tell काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च मैथिल्याश्च विवासनम् मैथिल्याश्च विवासनम् श्रमं च प्लवगेन्द्रस्य श्रमं च प्लवगेन्द्रस्य समीक्ष्योत्थातुमर्हसि 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 line by line काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च मैथिल्याश्च विपासनम् काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च मैथिल्याश्च विपासनम् श्रमं च प्लवगेन्द्रस्य समीक्ष्योत्थातुमर्हसि श्रमं च प्लवगेन्द्रस्य समीक्ष्योत्थातुमर्हसि together काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च मैथिल्याश्च विपासनम् श्रमं च प्लवगेन्द्रस्य समीक्ष्योत्थातुमर्हसि once more काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च मैथिल्याश्च विपासनम् श्रमं च प्लवगेन्द्रस्य समीक्ष्योत्थातुमर्हसि. Some of you are not even attempting. This is the first one so challenging. काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च again काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च last one समीक्ष्योत्थातुमर्हसि समीक्ष्योत्थातुमर्हसि. think you've got it. Once more we chant it together and see the meaning. काकुत्स्थस्यानृशंस्यं च मैथिल्याश्च विपासनम् श्रमं च प्लवगेन्द्रस्य समीक्ष्योत्थातुमर्हसि. Now he is giving 3 reasons. Okay. Utthatum arhasi. Utthatum. To rise. Arhasi. You ought to. Okay, you ought to rise, he said. This is, you must do. So you ought to rise. Why? Kakutsthasya anrishamsansya. Anrishamsyam cha. So anrishamsyam, what does that mean? Kakutsthasya. Kakutsthas. Who's Kakutstha? Kakutstha is Rama. The one who belongs to the Kakutstha dynasty. Kakutstha. One who belongs to the lineage of Kakutstha. So Kakutstha, Rama's Anrishamsyam. Anrishamsyam means very good nature, where he does not take enmity with anyone. He is not rude to anyone. He is always good to everyone. So Anrishamsyam means one who is of good nature. Dvitiya Vibhakti. So first reason why you should rise up is because Rama has a very good nature. Second reason, Maithilyaha Vivasanam cha. Maithilyaha means Maithilis, Sitas. Vivasanam, deportation, exile, separation. The very fact that Rama has lost Sita. So the fact that Sita is no longer with Rama. Third reason, second reason he gives is, the first reason is Rama's good nature. Second reason is Sita is now lost. So we need to look for her. Third reason, Plavagendrasya Shramam. Plavaga, as you've seen earlier, monkey. Plavagendra, Hanuman. Plavagendrasya, Hanuman's Shramam, effort. The effort that Hanuman is taking in the front of you only. Cha Samikshya. Having seen all these 3, Utthatum arhasi, you ought to rise. So he's convincing him by giving 3 reasons. Rama's good nature, the fact that Sita is lost, and the fact that Hanuman is putting so much effort in front of you. Seeing this, you ought to rise, Mainaka, he says. Okay. So now we move forward. Hiranyanabho Mainako. Hiranyanabho Mainako. निशम्य लवणाम्भसः निशम्य लवणाम्भसः उत्पपातजला तूर्णम् उत्पपातजला तूर्णम् महाद्रुमलतायुतः महाद्रुमलतायुतः हिरण्यनाभो मैनाको निशम्य लवणाम्भसः हिरण्यनाभो मैनाको निशम्य लवणाम्भसः उत्पपातजला पूर्णम् महाद्रुमलतायुतः उत्पपातजला पूर्णम् महाद्रुमलतायुतः टुगेदर हिरण्यनाभो मैनाको निशम्य लवणाम्भसः उत्पपातजला पूर्णम् महाद्रुमलतायुतः once more हिरण्यनाभो मैनाको निशम्य लवणाम्भसः उत्पपातजला पूर्णम् महाद्रुमलतायुतः हिरण्यनाभः महाद्रुमलतायुतः मैनाकः. These are Hiranyanabaha and Mahadrumalatayitaha are adjectives for Mainaka. Mainaka is the karta or the subject of this sentence. Hiranyanabaha, one with golden peaks. Mahadrumalatayitaha, one with great trees and creepers. That golden peaked Mainaka, Mainakaha. Lavanambasaha, salty oceans, of the salty ocean. Nishamya, after having heard, essentially after having heard the words of the Sagara king. Turnam jalat utpapata. Turnam, immediately. Jalat, from the water. Utpapata, he rose. So having heard the words of the ocean king, immediately the golden peaked Mainaka, who had lot of trees and creepers on his self, he rose out of the water. Okay, why? He listened to him. So immediately he obeyed him. Purusachivya Vasmakam, said Sagara Raja, as we saw in the previous class. Now Mainaka is doing Sachivya. He is doing ministership. He is helping him. Sasagara jalam bhitva, Sasagara jalam bhitva, Babhuvabhyutthitastada, Babhuvabhyutthitastada, Babhuvabhyutthitastada. Once more. Babhuvabhyutthitastada. Are you all getting it? Do you want me to break it up? Babhuva abhyuttita abhyuttitah tada. Joining. Babhuvabhyuttitastada. Babhuvabhyuttitastada. Yatha jaladharam bhitva. Yatha jaladharam bhitva. Deeptarashmir divakaraha. Deeptarashmir divakaraha. First line again. ससागरजलं भित्त्वा बभूवभ्युत्थितस्तदा. ससागरजलं भित्त्वा बभूवभ्युत्थितस्तदा. यथा जलधरं भित्त्वा दीप्तरश्मिर्दिवाकरः. यथा जलधरं भित्त्वा दीप्तरश्मिर्दिवाकरः. Together. ससागरजलं भित्त्वा बभूवभ्युत्थितस्तदा. यथा जलधरं भित्त्वा दीप्तरश्मिर्दिवाकरः. Once more. ससागरजलं भित्त्वा बभूवभ्युत्थितस्तदा. यथा जलधरं भित्त्वा दीप्तरश्मिर्दिवाकरः. How is he rising out of the ocean is being described. Tada, then. Saha, he is referring to the mountain. He is obviously a male, though. He, Sagara jalam bhitva. Sagara jalam, water of the ocean. Bhitva, piercing across. Deepta rashmihi divakaraha jaladharam bhitva yatha. So yatha, like Deepta rashmihi, one with glowing rays. What has glowing rays? Divakaraha, the sun. So like how the sun with its glowing rays, Jaladharam bhitva, after piercing across the clouds, Abhyuthitaha babhuva, one who has risen up, he became. So Mainaka rose piercing the ocean surface, like how the sun with its manifold bright rays pierces the clouds to appear in front of us. In the same way, Mainaka appeared. Mainaka rose up. In a similar way, piercing the ocean. So this is just a upama or a comparison as to how he rose. Okay. I'm moving forward. Samahatma muhurtena, Samahatma muhurtena, Parvatah salilavritaha, Parvatah salilavritaha, Darshayamasa shringani, Darshayamasa shringani, Sagarena niyojitaha, सागरेण नियोजितः स महात्मा मुहूर्तेन पर्वतः सलिलावृतः स महात्मा मुहूर्तेन पर्वतः सलिलावृतः दर्शयामास शृङ्गाणि सागरेण नियोजितः दर्शयामास शृङ्गाणि सागरेण नियोजितः. Together. Samahatma muhurtena पर्वतः सलिलावृतः दर्शयामास शृङ्गाणि सागरेण नियोजितः. Once more. समहात्मा मुहूर्तेन पर्वतः सलिलावृतः दर्शयामास शृङ्गाणि सागरेण नियोजितः. Tada, what happens? Next, what happens? Okay. Saha, Mahatma, Parvataha. So Parvataha is described here as Mahatma. Why? Takes a lot of courage to make your face be shown after you have just been threatened, after you've been threatened by Lord Indra, who's threatening to cut off your wings with Vajrayuda. You still have your wings intact. Still, because Sagara Raja told you, you are listening to him and saying, Atiti kila pujaraha, we should worship the Atiti, we should do good. So only having dharma in his mind, he is acting. So he is given the adjective Mahatma by Valmiki. Why is Vainaka known as Mahatma? Just because he got up? No, he got up despite all the bhayam which was there. So the Mahatma, he, the Mahatma, the great souled one. Who is he? The Parvataha, Mainakaha. Sagarena Niyojitaha. Because he was ordered by Sagara Raja. No other reason. Because he was ordered by Sagara Raja, keeping dharma in mind, therefore, Salila Vritaha. Muhurtena Shringani Darshayamasa. Surrounded by water everywhere, Muhurtena, very quickly, in a moment, Shringani, his golden peaks, Shringani, his peaks, Darshayamasa, he showed his peaks. So, one who was in hiding for eons comes out of hiding, being told by Sagara Raja. Okay, so that is what is being told here. He comes out and shows his peaks. Next shloka. शातकुम्भनिभैः शृङ्गैः शातकुम्भनिभैः शृङ्गैः सकिन्नरमहोरगैः सकिन्नरमहोरगैः आदित्योदयसङ्काशैः आलिखद्भिरिवाम्बरम् आलिखद्भिरिवाम्बरम्. Once more. आलिखद्भिरिवाम्बरम्. Once more. आलिखद्भिरिवाम्बरम्. Second line again. आदित्योदयसङ्काशैः आदित्योदय संकाशैर आलिखद्भिर इवांबरम आलिखद्भिर इवांबरम लाइन बाय लाइन शातकुंभनिभैः शृंगैः सकिन्नरमहोरगैः शातकुंभनिभैः शृंगैः सकिन्नरमहोरगैः आदित्योदय संकाशैः आलिखद्भिर इवांबरम आदित्योदय संकाशैः आलिखद्भिर इवांबरम टुगेदर शातकुंभनिभैः शृंगैः सकिन्नरमहोरगैः आदित्योदय संकाशैः आलिखद्भिर इवांबरम once more शातकुंभनिभैः शृंगैः सकिन्नरमहोरगैः आदित्योदय संकाशैरालिखद्भिर इवांबरम शातकुंभनिभैः शृंगैः the shringaha or the peaks of Mainaka are being described. Tritiya vibhakti bahuvachanam, which means with peaks. What are the peaks like? Shatakumbhanibhaihi, like golden pots. Okay. Kumbha means pot. Shatakumbha means golden pot. So with peaks resembling golden pots. Sakinnara mahoragaihi. Sir. When the word sir, when the letter sir is there as the first part of a word, okay, it usually means saha, with. So we should take it as saha, saha kinnaras. When we chant it, we say sakinnara mahoragaihi. It is a samasta padam. It means with kinnaras and maha uragas. Who are maha uragas? Great serpents. So with kinnaras and great serpents. Obviously, serpents will be residing in a mountain which is under the ocean. So there are kinnaras and there are great serpents residing on the golden peaks of Mainaka. Adityodaya Sankashaihi, like the rising sun, with the effulgence of the rising sun. All these are adjectives for Shringaihi, remember. So, Shatakumbhanibaihi, Sakinnara Mahoragaihi, Adityodaya Sankashaihi, Shringaihi. So, with peaks resembling golden pots, with kinnaras and great serpents, and with the effulgence of the rising sun. Ambaram, the sky. Alikatvihi, as if touching. Even this is actually an adjective for Shringaihi. The Shringas, the peaks are as if they are touching the sky. Ambaram, Alikatvihi. Darshayamasa, they so appeared. The word Darshayamasa has to be taken from the previous shloka to do the Anvaya. In the 104th shloka, we have the word, I'll just show. Darshayamasa Shringani. How did he show the Shringas? How did he show the peaks? Like this, he showed the peaks. So that is being told in 104. So Darshayamasa is the verb which has to be carried over to 104. Okay, so I'll again repeat the meaning. With peaks resembling golden pots, with kinnaras and great serpents, with the effulgence of the rising sun, as if touching the sky, the mountain appeared. He showed his peaks. Okay, so now I'm moving forward. The meaning is clear. Taptajam. Anjana ji, please ask.
Yeah, this one in the last line, Adityodaya Sankashai, Ralikhad. It is written as Ralikhad, and you were telling
that is because Sankashaihi, na? So Sankashaihi Alikadbhir. So the Aihi, the Visarga will become Repha or Ra. So yeah, when we chant, we should say it as either Adityodaya Sankashaihi Alikadbhirivambaram. If you're not doing the Sandhi. If you're doing the Sandhi, we should say it as Adityodaya Sankashair Alikadbhir Ivaparam. When we're chanting fast, we will end up having to do the Sandhi. When there is Yanta Sannikasha, when there is extreme closeness, Sandhi will automatically happen. So we have to say the Rekha. Okay. So we'll say it as Adityodaya Sankashair Alikadbhir Ivambaram. When I told the Anvaya, that is why I said Adityodaya Sankashaihi, Adhadbihi, Iva, Ambaram. That's how you break it. Okay, even the repa there, no, Alikhatbir, Ivambaram, repa. That is also because of the Vikarga. Okay.
Okay. Fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Hope it's clear. Moving forward.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, well. Taptajam, did I miss a shloka? Taptajambunadai shrinkaihi. Taptajambunadai shrinkaihi. Parvatasya samudhitaihi. Parvatasya samudhitaihi. Akasham शस्त्रसङ्काशम् आकाशं शस्त्रसङ्काशम् अभवत् काञ्चनप्रभम् अभवत् काञ्चनप्रभम् सप्तजाम्बूनदैः शृङ्गैः पर्वतस्य समुत्थितैः सप्तजाम्बूनदैः शृङ्गैः पर्वतस्य समुत्थितैः आकाशं शस्त्रसङ्काशम् अभवत् काञ्चनप्रभम् आकाशं शस्त्रसङ्काशम् अभवत् काञ्चनप्रभम् together सप्तजाम्बूनदैः शृङ्गैः पर्वतस्य समुत्थितैः आकाशं शस्त्रसङ्काशम् अभवत् काञ्चनप्रभम् once more सप्तजाम्बूनदैः शृङ्गैः पर्वतस्य समुत्थितैः आकाशं शस्त्रसङ्काशम् अभवत् काञ्चनप्रभम्. Some more description of the Shringas or the peaks of Vainaka. Samudhitaihi, by those peaks which were well risen above the ocean's surface. Taptajambu nadaihi, by the peaks which were golden in color. Parvatasya, the mountains. Shringaihi, the peaks of the mountains. How did they appear? Shastra Sankasham, like golden weapons. Shastra means a weapon. Sankasham means light. So like golden weapons, you should imagine like lots of spears, lances, and lots of things with sharp pointed edges poking out. Like that, they all in the sunlight appeared like burnished golden weapons. Akasham Kanchana Prabham Abhavat. The sky appeared golden. Okay, so the sky appeared golden because of the golden peaks of Mainaka, which looked like shastras or weapons. This is not there in the Giri book. So those who are following it, I hope you're writing your own supplementary notes where required so that you will be able to add to your knowledge. Okay, so next I'll move forward. Jatarupamayi Shringaihi Jatarupamayi Shringaihi Bhrajamanai Swayam Prabhaihi Bhrajamanai Swayam Prabhaihi. See, note here, everything is in Tritiya Vibhakti Bahuvachanam, just like in the previous two shlokas. Jatarupamayi Shringaihi Bhrajamanai Swayam Prabhaihi Jatarupamayi Shringair Bhrajamanai Swayam Prabhaihi Aditya Shata Sankashaha Aditya Shata Sankashaha Sobhavat Giri Sattamaha Sobhavat Giri Sattamaha Sobhavat Giri Sattamaha. Line by line. Jatarupamayi Shringair Bhrajamanai Swayam Prabhaihi Jatarupamayi Shringair Bhrajamanai Swayam Prabhaihi Aditya Shata Sankashaha Sobhavat Giri Sattamaha गिरिसत्तमः आदित्य शतसङ्काशः सोऽभवद्गिरिसत्तमः together जातरूपमयैः शृङ्गैर्भ्राजमानैः स्वयं प्रभैः आदित्य शतसङ्काशः सोऽभवद्गिरिसत्तमः once more जातरूपमयैः शृङ्गैर्भ्राजमानैः स्वयं प्रभैः आदित्य शतसङ्काशः सोऽभवद्गिरिसत्तमः. Description of the peaks and the mountain continues. स्वयं प्रभैः भ्राजमानैः जातरूपमयैः शृङ्गैः with Swayam Prabhaihi, with self-effulgent. Swayam Prabha means self-effulgent, with self-effulgence. Bhrajamanaihi, with the ones which were shining. Jatarupamayahi, made of gold. What is made of gold, which is shining with its own self-effulgence? The peaks. Shringaihi. So with peaks which were shining golden, with self-effulgence, Saha Girisattamaha. He, Mainaka, Girisattamaha, the greatest among the mountains, Aditya Shatasankashaha Abhavat. Aditya Shatasankashaha, like 100 suns. Abhavat, he appeared. He so dazzled. He was so bright and he was so shining. So this is the description of the. So Shata is just an indicative word for many suns, like many suns. He was gleaming. Okay, so the overall meaning is with gleaming peaks which were shining with self-effulgence, gleaming golden peaks which were shining with self-effulgence. He, Mainaka, the greatest among the mountains, shone like many suns at once. Okay. Tamutthitamasangena Hanumanagratasthitam. Now we know what happens to Hanuman. Tamutthitamasangena Hanumanagratasthitam. Tamutthitamasangena Hanumanagratasthitam. Madhye lavanato yasya Vignoyamiti nishchitaha. You can swallow that there and use avagraha. Vignoyamiti nishchitaha. Vignoyamiti nishchitaha. Madhye lavanato yasya Vignoyamiti nishchitaha. Madhye lavanato yasya Vignoyamiti nishchitaha. Again together. Tamutthitamasangena Hanumanagratasthitam. Madhye lavanato yasya Vignoyamiti nishchitaha. Again. Tamutthitamasangena Hanumanagratasthitam. Madhye lavanato yasya Vignoyamiti nishchitaha. I'm sure you're able to follow the meaning also. Lavanatoyasya madhye. Lavanatoya, salty water, in the middle of the sea. Madhye, in the middle of the sea. Asangena uttitam. Asangena means what? Without any support. Without anything to hold him up. Uttitam, one who was risen. Agrataha sthitam. He had risen and he was standing in front of him. Agrataha, in his front. Sthitam, one who was standing. Tam, he. Who is that person who had risen up and who was standing in front of Hanuman? Mainaka. So, agrataha sthitam. So, uttitam cha agrataha sthitam Mainakam. Tam means Mainakam. Hanuman, ayam vigraha iti nishchitaha. So, seeing him, Hanuman, ayam vigraha. This is an obstacle. Iti nishchitaha. he determined. He was so determined. So the moment he saw the many peaked, golden peaked Mainaka rising from the ocean, seemingly without any support, and standing in front of him, his reaction was, this is standing in my path to my goal. What is my goal? To go to Lanka and look for Sita. So this is definitely an obstacle. Any other person would have been like, Amma, I'm traveling this large distance. Here comes an attractive golden peaked mountain. If I stop for 2 minutes and rest on it, I can catch my breath and move forward. When we climb up Tirumala, how many times we catch our breath and sit in places to move forward, right? Before we move forward, right? In the same way, Hanuman would have looked at the golden peak mountain and said, wow, resting place. But what did he think instead? Vigraha. This is an obstacle for me. It is not the resting place. He looked at it as an obstacle. Look at the attitude. When you are determined, this is again a life lesson for all of us. When we are determined to achieve a goal, when something comes in our way, apparently like a lovely distraction or a lovely place where we can recharge ourselves, we should see it for what it is, an obstacle to achieving our goals. If we decide to get deluded by the seeming attractiveness of what is coming in our way, then we will be sidetracked from our goal. Hanuman did not allow himself to become sidetracked. Instead, he said, oh, this is a vigraha, this is an obstacle. So this is his attitude. This attitude is called focused attitude, right, children? The children who are in class. When we have an exam and there is a lovely game notification coming on the phone, which is telling us if we play the game, we will get another 2,000 gold coins or something. What do we do instead? I am vigraha. We will think and move forward and study for maths exam. Correct? So now we move forward to see what Hanuman does. Satamuchritamatyartham. Satamuchritam. Satamuchritam atyartham. Satamuchritamatyartham. 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 Mahavego mahakapihi. Mahavego mahakapihi. Urasa patayamasa. Urasa patayamasa. Jeemutamiva marutaha. Jeemutamiva marutaha. Satamuchritamatyartham. Mahavego mahakapihi. Satamuchritamatyartham. This seems like a tongue twister. If anybody doesn't understand, I'll repeat it. Satamuchritamatyartham. Mahavego mahakapihi. Urasa patayamasa. Jeemutamiva marutaha. Urasa patayamasa. Jeemutamiva marutaha. Together. Satamuchritamatyartham. Mahavego mahakapihi. Urasa patayamasa. Jeemutamiva marutaha. Once more. Satamuchritamatyartham. Mahavego mahakapihi. Urasa patayamasa. Jeemutamiva marutaha. So Mahavegaha Saha Mahakapihi, the one with the great speed, adjective for Mahakapi, the great monkey, who Hanuman, Saha, he. So Mahavegaha Saha Mahakapihi, Kartrapad. Atyartham Uchritam Tam, Dvitiya Vibhakti. Seeing, what is the object? What is he seeing? Atyartham, well risen, instantly risen. Uchritam, okay. Uchritam, Atyartham Uchritam, well risen. That which had risen fast and risen properly in front of him. Tam, that. What is that here? The mountain, Maina. So the one who was going with great speed, Hanuman, having seen the one that rose instantly in front of him, namely Mainaka, Marutaha Jeemutamiva. Like how Marutaha here refers to not Maruti. Marutaha refers to Vayu Bhagavan. Like how the wind. Jeemutamiva. Jeemuta refers to clouds. If you see on a cloudy day, if there is a sudden gust of wind, what happens to the clouds? The clouds are pushed away by the wind. They are scattered by the wind. In the same way, Marutaha Jeemuta Iva. So like how Vayu Bhagavan scatters the clouds, Urasa Patayamasa. With his chest, Uras, with his chest bhaga, Patayamasa, he pushed. Okay, so the reaction of Hanuman is being told here. When he sees Mainaka, he says, oh, obstacle. And what does he do? He takes it head on. Okay, with his mighty chest, the huge mountain which had risen in front of him, he simply pushed with his chest in order to move forward. Patayamasa, pushed. So what happened to the mountain next, we will see in the next shloka. So the mountain was pushed by Hanuman with his chest. He took the obstacle head on. Satada patitastena, satada patitastena, satada patitastena, kapina parvatottamah, kapina parvatottamah, buddhva tasya kapirvegam, buddhva tasya kapirvegam, जहर्ष जननन्द च जहर्ष जननन्द च सतदा पातितस्तेन कपिना पर्वतोत्तमः सतदा पातितस्तेन कपिना पर्वतोत्तमः बुद्ध्वा तस्य कपेर्वेगम् जहर्ष जननन्द च बुद्ध्वा तस्य कपेर्वेगम् जहर्ष जननन्द च together सतदा पातितस्तेन कपिना पर्वतोत्तमः बुद्ध्वा तस्य कपेर्वेगम् जहर्ष जननन्द च सतदा पातितस्तेन कपिना पर्वतोत्तमः बुद्ध्वा तस्य कपेर्वेगम् जहर्ष जननन्द च once more सतदा पातितस्तेन कपिना पर्वतोत्तमः बुद्ध्वा तस्य कपेर्वेगम् जहर्ष जननन्द च. So now, tena kapina, by that monkey, Hanuman, tatha, in this way, patitaha, one who was felled. So who is the one who was felled? By just dashing against the mountain with his chest, Hanuman managed to push the mountain down. The mountain lost its very moorings and it had fallen. So patitaha refers to the Parvatottamaha. Parvatottamaha, which is just coming. Patitaha saha Parvatottamaha. The amazing, large, huge mountain which was felled by Hanuman's blow from his chest. Tasya kapehe. That monkey's Begam Buddha, having understood his speed, he understood the extent of his strength, his power, and the speed. Having understood that, Buddha means understood. Having understood what? Vegam. Kasya Vegam? Kapehe Vegam. Having understood the Kapi's Vegam, what did he do? Jaharsha. Cha Nananda cha. Jaharsha comes from Hrish Dhatu, which means he was thrilled, he was happy. Nananda cha. Nananda refers to roaring in a high pitch. Nad. Okay, essentially to roar. He was so thrilled. One would have thought when being felled by a mighty Hanuman, the mountain would have roared out of anger, roared out of being sad. But no, he roared out of happiness. Wow, look at this Hanuman. He is so brave. He is so strong. He is able to push me to the in the ocean without any effort at all. He is able to push me. So the Parvata was very, very thrilled. He roared in happiness. Okay, so Nanandacha means he roared. I hope the meaning is clear. I'm moving forward. Now he has to open his mouth and say something. See, his initial idea was when he's standing there and Hanuman will see him, Hanuman will not think obstacle. Hanuman will think resting place. And therefore immediately park himself there and rest for a while and go. That was his initial attitude. But what did Hanuman do? Instead, he thought obstacle pushed him down. So he realized, wow, this is not an ordinary guest. This is really a guest who deserves my respect, who's worthy of my reverence. And therefore, now you'll see in the next few shlokas how he talks to Hanuman. He now opens his mouth. He could have easily got up and opened his mouth and told Hanuman, please rest on my peaks. No, he didn't do. He merely showed his peaks, hoping Hanuman will fall for the temptation of resting on his peaks. But Hanuman was beyond that. He said obstacle and he just pushed. So now Mainaka decides to talk to Hanuman. Let's see how he speaks. Tamakashagatam Veeram. So break it up there. Tamakashagatam Veeram Akashe Samupasthitaha Akashe Samupasthitaha Prito Hristamana Vakyam Prito Hristamana Vakyam Abravit Parvatah Kapim Abravit Parvatah Kapim. Line by line. Tamakashagatam Veeram Akashe Samupasthitaha Tamakashagatam Veeram Akashe Samupasthitaha Prito Hristamana Vakyam Abravit Parvatah Kapim Prito Hristamana Vakyam Abravit Parvatah Kapim. Together. Tamakashagatam Veeram Akashe Samupasthitaha Prito Hristamana Vakyam Abravit Parvatah Kapim. Once more. Tamakashagatam Veeram Akashe Samupasthitaha Prito Hristamana Vakyam Abravit Parvatah Kapim. Let's see the next shloka and get the meaning together. Manusham Dharayan Rupam. Now you all get the meaning, right? Manusham Dharayan Rupam Atmanah Shikhare Sthitaha Atmanah Shikhare Sthitaha Manusham Dharayan Rupam Atmanah Shikhare Sthitaha. Once more. Manusham Dharayan Rupam Atmanah Shikhare Sthitaha. So, we will see the Anvaya of 110 and 111 together. Pritaha Krishtamanaha. Sorry, Pritaha Parvataha. Pritaha. Pritaha means one who is very happy here. One who is full of affection is another way we can say. He was full of affection for Hanuman. So, Pritaha Parvataha. The pleased Mainaka. Krishtamanaha. Happily. Manusham Rupam Dharayan. Having taken a human form. Manusham Rupam Dharayan. Having taken a, or taking, sorry, not having taken, taking the human form. Dharayan is Shatra Pratyaya. Dharayan means one who is taking Mainaka. What is he taking? Human form. So Manusham Rupam Dharayan. Atmanaha, himself, Shikhare Sthitaha. One who situated himself on one of his peaks. So Mainaka mountain is still there. The mountain is still there with all its peaks. But you can take it as the Mainaka in a personified form, like a human. He took a form and like a human, Manusham Rupam Dharayan, he took a human form and situating himself on one of the peaks. Atmanaha Shikhare Sthitaha, which means situating himself on one of the peaks. Akashagatam Tam Veeram. Akashagatam, one who was on the aerial route. Who was that? Tam Veeram Kapim, that brave monkey. Akashe Samupasthitaha, standing thus in the sky. Samupasthitaha means standing. Akashe means in the sky. Who is standing in the sky? Mainaka. So Mainaka in human form makes himself stand on one of the peaks and then he talks to Hanuman, who is in the Akasha Marga. What does he say? Idam Vakyam Abravit. He now spoke these words. Vakyam Abravit. He spoke these words. So Mainaka is now going to open his mouth and speak to Hanuman in the form of a human. That is what we learn from this, but these two shlokas. I hope the meaning is clear. Okay. Dushkaram kritavan karma. Dushkaram kritavan karma. त्वमिदं वानरोत्तमा त्वमिदं वानरोत्तमा निपत्य मम शृङ्गेषु विश्रमस्व यथा सुखम् विश्रमस्व यथा सुखम् दुष्करं कृतवान् कर्म त्वमिदं वानरोत्तमा दुष्करं कृतवान् कर्म त्वमिदं वानरोत्तमा निपत्य मम शृङ्गेषु विश्रमस्व यथा सुखम् विश्रमस्व यथा सुखम् टुगेदर दुष्करं कृतवान् कर्म त्वमिदं वानरोत्तमा निपत्य मम शृङ्गेषु विश्रमस्व यथा सुखम् once more दुष्करं कृतवान् कर्म त्वमिदं वानरोत्तमा निपत्य मम शृङ्गेषु विश्रमस्व यथा सुखम्. Usually when a guest comes, before the guest hits us or does something untoward, the host should open the mouth and show his real intention of welcoming the guest. Okay, so here Mainaka was little at fault. He did not open his mouth and offer the resting place to Hanuman. Now he realizes, this guy cannot be dealt with in an ordinary way. We have to stand up, show respect, and request him, please come, rest on my peaks. So that is what he's telling now. So first he is praising him. What does he say? Oh Vanarottama, oh greatest among the Vanaras. So when you welcoming a guest, no, you will say, oh useless one. You will not say, oh bad fellow. You will say, oh great fellow. So he's now saying, oh Vanarottama, oh greatest of monkeys. This is how he welcomes Hanuman. Okay. And then he says, Tvam dushkaram idam karma kritavan. You have accomplished such a difficult task. Tvam, you. Dushkaram, difficult. Idam, this karma, work, kritavan, you have done. So you are the one who has accomplished such a difficult task. What is a difficult task? Coming this far itself is super difficult. Nobody else can do it. So you have accomplished such a difficult task. Mama shringeshu nipatya. On my shringeshu, peaks. In my peaks. Nipatya. Alighting. Having alighted, yatha sukham, vishravasva, as you please, vishravasva, may you rest. Okay, this is prarthana arthe lot lakaraha. He is requesting him in a very humble way. You have done so much. You are such a great person. Now this is the attitude we should have towards Atithi. When the Atithi comes, the attitude should be, if you rest on me, I am the Bhagyavan. I am the one. So I am praying to you to rest on me because you will be blessing me by resting on me. This is how he is talking. So now please rest on me so that you have done such a great thing. May you take a little bit of rest by resting on me. However you please on my peaks, may you rest. So this is how his attitude is. Now this attitude is very polite. Hanuman cannot hit him anymore. He has to reply, right? But he speaks further. Let's see what he says. राघवस्य कुले जातैरुदधिः परिवर्धितः सत्त्वां रामहिते युक्तं प्रत्यर्चयति सागरः लाइन में राघवस्य कुले जातैरुदधिः परिवर्धितः सत्त्वां रामहिते युक्तं प्रत्यर्चयति सागरः टुगेदर राघवस्य कुले जातैरुदधिः परिवर्धितः सत्त्वां रामहिते युक्तं प्रत्यर्चयति सागरः राघवस्य कुले जातैरुदधिः परिवर्धितः Satvam Ramahite Yuktam Pratyarchayati Sagaraha. Now he's explaining his motive. Somebody who is welcome also could think that, who's being welcomed also could think that, hey, this person is ostensibly welcoming me, but what if he is a bad person? Right? We tell our children, no, don't talk to strangers. Now, Hanuman also may have the feeling, how can I rest on a strange peak? He may have the feeling. So, to allay that fear, Mainaka is further explaining why he is acting in this way. Udadhihi Raghavasya Kule Jataihi Parivardhitaha. Udadhihi refers to the ocean. Udadhihi refers to the ocean. Raghavasya Kule Jataihi, by those who were born in Raghavas Kula. Raghavasya Kule, in Raghavas Kula, in Rama's dynasty. Jataihi, those who were born. Parivardhitaha, it was extended. The 60,000 sons of Sagara extended. They all belong to Raghavas Kula. So Sagara was the one who was extended by those belonging to Rama's lineage. Saha Sagaraha, that Sagara, Ramahite Yuktam, is resolved to work for Rama's welfare. Yuktam, one who is joined to, one who is fixed. Yujjadatu, to means to join. Ramahite Yuktam, what is he joined? What is he mentally fixed to do? What is he resolved to do? He is resolved to work for Rama's hita, for Rama's benefit, for the service of Rama. Tvam pratyarchati. You, Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Tvam, you, pratyarchati, is honoring you in return. So, Sagara, who was once extended by the 60,000 sons of Sagara belonging to Rama's dynasty, wishes to pratyarchana, to do pratyarchana, to extend his hospitality back to you by honoring you, because he is intent on Rama's good. He is intent on Rama's service. So now he's explaining the reason why he's offering the hospitality. Okay. And further now he gives an argument as to why he should accept the hospitality. Okay. Shall I move forward? Till here it's clear, I hope, the meaning? Okay. If you have any doubts, just use the raise hand option, ask me, I'll answer. This is a very important shloka, in the sense of a nice life lesson. Krite cha pratikartavyam, krite cha pratikartavyam, esha dharma sanatanaha, esha dharma sanatanaha, krite cha pratikartavyam, esha dharma sanatanaha, soyam tat प्रतिकारार्थी, सोयम तत्प्रतिकारार्थी, त्वत्तः सम्मानमर्हति, त्वत्तः सम्मानमर्हति, सोयम तत्प्रतिकारार्थी, त्वत्तः सम्मानमर्हति, सोयम तत्प्रतिकारार्थी, त्वत्तः सम्मानमर्हति. Whole shloka. Krite cha pratikartavyam, esha dharma sanatanaha, soyam tat pratikararthi. So, sorry, 1 minute. Tvatta sammanamarhati. Once more. Krite cha pratikartavyam, esha dharma sanatanaha, soyam tat pratikararthi. Tvattah sammanamarhati. Okay, so now he's telling the logic. I have now explained to you why I have risen, because Sagara told me to rise, because he owes a debt to Ikshvakukula. Okay, so I have risen. Please rest on my peaks, he requests. And then he gives, probably he would have seen on Hanuman's face a complete lack of response. In the sense, Hanuman was not to be sidetracked. Right? He was intent on his goal of looking for Sita Mata. So for him, all these are just obstacles. So he did not probably respond positively, which is why he is giving the logic why you should rest. Krite cha pratikartavyam. Eshaha sanatanaha dharmaha. What is Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana Dharma only is the name of our religion, right? Our religion, before, actually is nameless. If you read Kanchi Perival's Devathan Puran Volume 1, he discusses our religion is nameless. There is no name for it. It is only known as Sanatana Dharma, eternal Dharma, eternal way of life. Dharma automatically implies that the way of life is attuned to Dharma. Okay, so the eternal way of life is Sanatana Dharma. There is no name. Hinduism came much later because the Hindu Kush mountains had to be crossed to reach the Bharatavarsha. People called the people, the others, outsiders, called the people who lived in the Bharatadesha as Hindus. Okay, because there was no other religion, only Hinduism, right? So they call them Hindus. But basically, Sanatana Dharma is the religion. Essentially, it is just a way of life. It's not even a religion, it's just a way of life. So, what is Sanatana Dharma? The essence of Sanatana Dharma is this, he says. That's why I find it a very important shloka. Kritecha pratikartavyam. Anything that is done when help is rendered, krite means when help is rendered. Pratikartavyam, it ought to be returned. Now, we must understand that this shows the attitude is not transactional. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. That is not Sanatana Dharma. Okay, essentially, when anything good is done to us, we should be filled with a sense of gratitude. That's why this is a very important feeling which Valmiki has. He says one of the important qualities that a person who follows Dharma should possess is gratitude. One of the greatest sins is being ungrateful. When we keep accepting from others and we do not acknowledge with gratitude what they give to us, that is ingratitude. So that is why when in the first only, in Balakanda only, when Valmiki asks what are the characteristics of a great ideal man, Dharmagyascha kritagyascha satyavakyo dridapratah is the first line. What does he say? Dharmagyaha, one who knows Dharma. If he knows Dharma, what will he be? Kritagyaha. He will always be grateful for anything done. Rama was so grateful for anything and everything. He was grateful for the squirrel which helped him build that bridge. What did he do? He touched the squirrel and the 3 lines of mark of Rama came on the squirrel's back forever. So for Lord Rama, even the smallest of things done or even not done but thought of was enough for him. He was the kindest person in that way. So he always had the feeling of gratitude, which is why Narada said, oh, if you want such a person, then I know only one. Ikshvaku Prabhu Ramo Namajaneshutaha, he happily says. So the one who follows and meets your criteria is Rama only. So Kritecha Pratikartavyam, that tenet which Valmiki believed in constantly throughout Ramayana, you will find the word Kritagyaha being used to describe Rama. So again, he is bringing it in here. He is using the tenet which is very dear to Lord Rama to convince Hanuman, because Hanuman is Rama Bhakta. Anything which Rama shows, automatically Hanuman will follow. So Mainaka is using the same argument. He is saying Kritecha Pratikartavyam. Some help was rendered long ago. Sagar Raja, after eons, is still thinking, I was born because I was not born. I was extended because of the Sagara's sons. Because of them only I exist in this form. So he was filled with gratitude. So Kritecha Pratikartam. He is trying to give back. Okay, he is trying to acknowledge with gratitude what you have done for him. So I am tat pratikararthi, right? So tat pratikararthi saha I am. So pratikararthi means one for doing the services in return. Saha I am. This tvattaha sammanam arhati. You must accept. So it is also dharma. There are 2 aspects therefore. The first aspect of dharma is gratitude. Second aspect of dharma is when gratitude is shown, the other person should accept. Okay, so this is the 2 aspects he says. So there is gratitude. He is showing that gratitude by asking me to rise up. Even I have my own reason for gratitude. We are showing you this respect. In turn, your responsibility is to accept it. Tvattaha sammanam arhati. Arhati means you ought to. Tvattaha, from you, sammanam, respect. So you have to respect the gratitude shown. Okay, now this is the kind of argument which Hanuman cannot argue against, right? Because even he is dharmagya, even he knows when gratitude is shown, gratitude has to be accepted. But the most important thing that we all must learn from this shloka is not accepting gratitude. What we must learn is to show gratitude. There are so many things for which we must be grateful for. She also keeps telling, I make a list every day of what I'm grateful for. And she says that makes her feel better when something goes against her or when something goes wrong. We all see, gratitude journaling, mindfulness, journaling, all these are newfangled concepts. In Ramayana, it is there. Kritagyaha bhavatu. You be grateful for what is done to you. Okay, so gratitude is a basic tenet of this shloka, which we can all take home from. So now let's see Hanuman's response. So he continues one more. He just continues with the logic, with the argument. Tvannimittamanenaham, tvannimittamanenaham, bahumanat prachoditaha, bahumanat prachoditaha, bahumanat prachoditaha. तिष्ठत्वं कपिशार्दूल, तिष्ठत्वं कपिशार्दूल, मयि विश्रम्य गम्यताम्, मयि विश्रम्य गम्यताम्. त्वन्निमित्तमनेनाहं बहुमानात् प्रचोदितः, तिष्ठत्वं कपिशार्दूल, मयि विश्रम्य गम्यताम्. Once more. त्वन्निमित्तमनेनाहं बहुमानात् प्रचोदितः, तिष्ठत्वं कपिशार्दूल, मयि विश्रम्य गम्यताम्. You see the next stroke also and combine Anvaya. Yojananam shatam chapi, yojananam shatam chapi, kapiresha khama plutaha, kapiresha khama plutaha, tavasanushu vishrantaha, tavasanushu vishrantaha, shesham prakramatamiti, shesham prakramatamiti. Line by line. Yojananam shatam chapi kapiresha khama plutaha. Yojananam shatam chapi kapiresha khama plutaha. Tavasanushu vishranta shesham prakramatamiti. Tavasanushu vishranta shesham prakramatamiti. Together. Yojananam shatam chapi kapiresha khama plutaha, tavasanushu vishrantah shesham prakramatamiti. Once. Yojananam shatam chapi kapiresha khama plutaha, tavasanushu vishrantah shesham prakramatamiti. Now he reported speech. He is now quoting Sagara Raja. He is now convincing Hanuman by bringing Sagara Raja's dialogue also into the picture. Yojananam shatam. 100 yojanas. Of 100 yojanas. Khama plutaha. One who is sleeping. Yeshaha kapihi. This vanara. Okay, so now he is describing the one who is sleeping 100 yojanas across the sky. Tava sanushu. In your peaks. Sanu is another word for Shringa. Okay, Sanu, Shringa, all these mean peaks. In your peaks. Vishrantaha. One who has rested. Shesham prakramatam. The remainder may he cross. Iti. Likewise, anena. By Sagara. Twannimittam. On your behalf, for your sake. Aham, I. Bahumanat prachoditaha. Respectfully was inspired or respectfully was prompted. So I will again make a sense of the sentence. This Hanuman who is crossing the sky and trying to cross the Sagara over 100 yojanas, this Hanuman, after resting on your peaks for a little while, may then cross the remainder of the ocean. So saying, on your behalf, Sagara exhorted me. How? Bahumanat, very respectfully exhorted me. So with honor and respect, he exhorted me. He told me to. Okay. Then, Kapishardulaha. O tiger among the, Kapishardula. O tiger among the, not Shardulaha. Kapishardula. O tiger among the monkeys. Tvam, you. Tishtamai. On me you rest. Vishramya. On me you stand. Rest. Vishramya. Having rested. Gamyatam. You may go. So the complete meaning is, Sagara Raja told me to offer rest to you very politely. You, the brave one who was crossing the ocean over 100 yojanas. So O tiger among monkeys, please rest on my peaks briefly. Having rested, you may move forward. Gamyatam, you may move forward. Okay, there's also lot lakara prarthana asti. So very politely he said, please rest on me and move forward. Okay. Then now he is now tempting him. Okay, and saying, oh, nice things are there on me, so please rest on me. No. Tadidam gandhavats khadu. I think in the book there is khadu. In this only khadu is there. In the video also it is khadu only. So just here add a sir. Tadidam gandhavats khadu. Kandamoola phalam bahu. Kandamoola phalam bahu. Tadasvatya harishreshtha. Tadasvatya harishreshtha. Vishrantonugamishhyasi. Vishrantonugamishhyasi. Tadidam gandhavats khadu. Kandamoola phalam bahu. Tadidam gandhavats khadu. Kandamoola phalam bahu. Tadasvatya harishreshtha. Vishrantonugamishhyasi. Tadasvatya harishreshtha. Vishrantonugamishhyasi. Together. Tadidam gandhavats khadu. Kandamoola phalam bahu. Tadasvatya harishreshtha. Vishrantonugamishhyasi. Once more. Tadidam gandhavats khadu. Kandamoola phalam bahu. Tadasvatya harishreshtha. Vishrantonugamishhyasi. O Harishreshtha, O foremost among the monkeys. Tat idam. In this means on me. Gandhavat, sweet smelling. Khadu, very tasty. Bahu, many varieties of. Kanda moola phalam, roots and fruits. Kanda moola means root, phala means fruit, roots and fruits. Idam tat aswadya. This you may taste after having tasted. Vishrantaha, being rested. Anugamishhyasi, you may then go. So he is now saying on me there are many tasty fruits, tasty roots. Okay, so you may eat all these. Having rested on me nicely, you may move forward. Okay. Then more arguments. He says now why he is grateful personally to him in the next shloka. Asmakamapi sambandhaha. Asmakamapi sambandhaha. Kapi mukhyatvayasti vai. Kapi mukhyatvayasti vai. Kapi mukhyatvayasti vai. Prakhyatastrishu lokeshu. प्रख्यातस्त्रिषु लोकेषु महागुणपरिग्रहः अस्माकमपि सम्बन्धः कपि मुख्यत्वयास्ति वै अस्माकमपि सम्बन्धः कपि मुख्यत्वयास्ति वै प्रख्यातस्त्रिषु लोकेषु महागुणपरिग्रहः together अस्माकमपि सम्बन्धः कपि मुख्यत्वयास्ति वै प्रख्यातस्त्रिषु लोकेषु महागुणपरिग्रहः once more अस्माकमपि सम्बन्धः कपि मुख्यत्वयास्ति वै प्रख्यातस्त्रिषु लोकेषु महागुणपरिग्रहः. So now he gives the sambandha that he has with him. Kapi Mukhya, O important one among the monkeys. Trishu Lokeshu Prakhyataha. It is well known in the three worlds. Trishu Lokeshu. In the three worlds. Prakhyataha. It is well known. Mahaguna Parigraha. With great merit. Mahaguna. Okay, Mahagunanam Parigraha. Mahaguna Parigraha. With great merit. Sambandha, that sambandha is being described with the adjective Mahaguna Parigraha, a very meritorious connection. Sambandha, connection. So what is the connection like? It is a very meritorious connection. It is a very good connection that we have. Tvaya asmakam asti, right? Between you and me. Tvaya, with you, asmakam. For us also, it is there. So I also have a very special connection with you, he says. We all know the special connection. Vayu helped him know and got him into the ocean. He is going to now point it out to Hanuman because he thinks Hanuman may not know. No, let me tell him. Okay, so there is a very special and important connection between you and me also. Two more shlokas we will see and stop. Vegavantah plavanto ye, Vegavantah plavanto ye, Plavaga marutatmaja, Plavaga marutatmaja, Tesham mukhyatamam manye, Tesham mukhyatamam manye, Tvamaham kapikunjara, त्वामहं कपिकुञ्जर वेगवन्तः प्लवन्तो ये प्लवगा मारुतात्मज वेगवन्तः प्लवन्तो ये तेषां मुख्यतमं मन्ये त्वामहं कपिकुञ्जर तेषां मुख्यतमं मन्ये त्वामहं कपिकुञ्जर टुगेदर वेगवन्तः प्लवन्तो ये प्लवगा मारुतात्मज तेषां मुख्यतमं मन्ये त्वामहं कपिकुञ्जर once more वेगवन्तः प्लवन्तो ये प्लवगा मारुतात्मज तेषां मुख्यतमं मन्ये त्वामहं कपिकुञ्जर. Very simple shloka. Marutatmaja, Kapikunjara, O son of Vayu, because he's now going to tell the connection between Vayu and himself. No, so the epithet used for addressing Hanuman is O son of Vayu. Kapikunjara, O elephant among monkeys. Vegavantaha, Plavantaha, Ye, Plavagaha. All these are adjectives for Plavagaha. Plavaga means monkey, we all know. Vegavantaha, swift ones. Plavantaha, leaping ones. Ye, these. Plavagaha. Among these leaping monkeys, Tesham, among them, that's why Tesham is being used. So Tesham, Vegavantaha, Plavantaha, Ye, Plavagaha. Among these monkeys, which are leaping fast and which are going fast, among these, Mukhyatamam, most foremost, Tvam aham manye. You are the foremost, I believe. Tvam, you, Mukhyatamam, are the foremost. Aham, I, manye, believe. So he is now praising him. He's saying, oh, you are the foremost among all the monkeys. Okay, and then he is moving forward to make another important dialogue, which we already know. We saw in the last class. It's the last. Atithi kila pujarha, Atithi kila pujarha, Prakritopi vijanata, Prakritopi vijanata, Dharma jignasamanena, Dharma jignasamanena, Kim punastvadrisho mahan, Kim punastvadrisho mahan, Kim punastvadrisho mahan, Atithi kila pujarha, Prakritopi vijanata, Atithi kila pujarha, Prakritopi vijanata, Dharma jignasamanena, Kim punastvadrisho mahan, Dharma jignasamanena, Kim punastvadrisho mahan. Together. Atithi kila pujarha, Prakritopi vijanata, Dharma jignasamanena, Kim punastvadrisho mahan. Again. Atithi kila pujarha, Prakritopi vijanata, Dharma jignasamanena, Kim punastvadrisho mahan. Again he says, Dharmam jignasamanena vijanata, Prakrito api atitihi pujarha. Those who Dharmam jignasamanena, those who are desirous of knowing Dharma. Essentially, nobody knows Dharma fully. Those who know Dharma, who are trying to know Dharma also. Prakrito, Vijanata, those who know Dharma. Prakrito api, even those who don't know any Dharma, even by a rustic fellow, even by somebody who is unlettered, who is unlearned. Okay, even he knows Prakritaha api, one who is even ordinary person in the street, if you call. and ask. Even he knows Atitihi Pujaraha. A guest has to be revered. Atitihi, as we saw in the previous class, one who comes without any notice. So if he comes without any notice also, he should be revered. He's known even to the most ordinary of beings, let alone people who know dharma. Twadrishaha Mahan, Kim Punaha, Twadrishaha, like you, Mahan, a great person, Kim Punaha, what to speak. Obviously, you know, and a guest has to be revered. That is why I'm offering Atiti Satkara. You must accept it. So he's giving one more logic. Okay, so Atiti Ikila Puja Raha. Atiti has to be revered. You know that. You are such a great person. Even ordinary people know that they have to be revered. Obviously, you know it. So, what to speak of you? So, obviously, you must accept my hospitality. He's giving one convincing argument after another. The most convincing one was the previous one. Kritecha Pratikartavyam. First, he said that when he said, I have a nice sambandha between you, there's a nice sambandha between you and me because of Vayu. And then he talks about Atiti Satkara. Atiti Satkara is the most important thing. You must now, therefore, listen to me. So he's giving 3 convincing arguments to Hanuman. In next class, when we move to the next section, we will see how Hanuman responds. Okay, so with this, we can stop the recording.